Hello, welcome back to the stream. Yep, looks good to me. Okay, yeah, I've been haven't been great these past few days. Sorry, give me a second here. I'm kind of like every day I'm like thinking of like how to improve this, and I've got like a solution I think to the problem of the teleportation not being quick enough, basically. Well, not I mean not even working, right? So I feel like I've got a way that I can do the teleportation. Basically I want to use a vanilla command, and then I want to start and restart the camera. So I've done a little bit, but this is a very difficult problem I'm trying to solve here. So it will take a while. So you just have to be a little bit patient with it. Uh, that's all I'll say on that. Um, but it's very important that I get this, because the thing is, right, the ability to be able to try to stay within the camera, right, while you teleport to different locations is such an important ability that it's useful for almost every situation that I might want to do in like a map or something, right? So that's why I'm spending so much time on it. And again, I may not have found the answer this time, but we might find it next time. You just don't know, right? You just don't know. But it's very important. Okay, the audio is fine. Okay, but one thing I have done, right, is I've found there are like, let's just mess around with some of the simple camera movements as well, because I've been doing a little bit of that. Let's have a look, see which. Like I say, each time that I'm playing, I'm doing some work off camera as well. I think that's important to do that. What location are we at here? Okay. So if we take a look what we got at this point, let's have a look. You can see we've got some various different camera angles here. So we look at this one. I think if we select it, we can then apply commands on it. I guess it depends if we synchronize it there. Because there's a command called this. This was a whole. If you look at the amount of stuff there is for camera, right? You've got a lot of different commands that you can do, and these were something which I didn't even realize existed until I looked it up properly. I mean, you can literally like you can change the order of them and stuff. You can move. So the camera move will change the order of the different fixtures and stuff like that. All sorts of interesting stuff that you can do. And then the solution to teleporting would be somehow to stop the camera, teleport, and then start a different camera. That actually may work, right? But we're going to have to try and figure out how to even do that. This is an interesting one, though. If you do camera roll, you get this. The thing is, though, like, oh, I guess you could do it in here, can't you? Okay, so we would do that, and then I think if we synchronize the position. I'm not entirely certain why this doesn't appear to change it, though. Is this? You see, the FOV you can change, right? This is something again that I didn't think about. But the roll, it doesn't seem to change. I think I must need to be in flight mode. But how do I change the roll here? Because here's the thing, right? This is like, if I go to survival mode here, I'm playing at the roll. You can actually do that, which is really weird. So it's kind of interesting because you can't do this in the vanilla game, right? So let's have a look. So this says 20.5. So it is still maintaining it because I do have sync turned off, I'd imagine, yeah. It just sort of turns off sync on its own, I think. What it might do, sometimes like I wonder like when it actually resets it. Like this roll should be high, should work now. You see, it doesn't seem to work. Like why has it not updated that roll, right? Because it's able to update these things, right? Is roll something you can only do when you're on the ground, I wonder? I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know, right? I can turn these guys on. Normally that lets you modify things more. Interesting, I can't now modify that. That's an interesting one. Because it's just a fixed angle. I don't see why it wouldn't work. That's an interesting one. So how you can also do the index, right? But yeah, I don't think you can actually. If you look at it, it doesn't seem like. Because how do you even type in the command line? You see, when you're in the camera menu, is there a special way to do that? I don't think so, right? Don't think there is. So it's going to be difficult to work out how to actually change that. Let me just check if I do a new fixture here, see what happens, right? Just do I think I was just doing an idle, maybe in a look fixture actually. May have been. No, look fixture, you only get access to position, right? Yeah, okay. But an idle fixture, you get the angles as well. Interestingly, the roll doesn't work in this situation either. Even this tells me that it's going to be difficult to actually get the roll thing to work, because all the other stats do work, but not the roll. This is funny when you do this. Look at that. You can go well beyond the normal field of view here. I wonder how high you can actually go. I think at this point. Well, we don't need to bother with that too much. It could be that roll only works on a follow, because it's rolling around like a certain point. So we could try it on a follow fixture, see if that works. No, it's not available on follow. Okay. Okay, well, I did that then. Okay, so we look at what we got at the moment. So if you want to reset, you just go to 0. But there's more that you can do. If I do, for instance, go to if I go to 1, Huh, interesting. That was actually working before. I wonder why that is. I think maybe, do I need to put client in here maybe? That is what it's called there. Yeah. Interesting, it's changed a whole lot to 57 now. Because I left sync on. That's why. It must have updated it. You know what it probably did is updated it, but it showed me the previous value. So look what happens here. We're going to take this to 10, right? So the way you really have to do it is like this. You take it to 10, or whatever. Turn sync on to make sure it's saved, right? I think maybe we need to click that button, I'm not sure. Turn sync off. It says 10. If we change it to 20, turn sync on. Maybe turn sync off. Don't know, it's not working anyway, that figure. Gotta say, it's difficult. It's difficult, this mod, to mess around with. It also could be that I'm not in creative mode. I wonder if that is actually causing a problem. That's an interesting question. I just want to check. It seems to having some effect, actually, isn't it? If we get to 80 and then I go out of it, it was going to put me at 80 here. 21.5 for some reason. So am I still in that? That's 80.5, that's 8. So if I go into this, huh. It's interesting. It doesn't play it in the in the way you might think, though. But when you get out of the camera, I wonder if I do this. Okay, it doesn't do it. Still trying to get used to some of these commands. Where's my wand? Yeah, we'll just go to it. Let's take our wand. And what else do we need? I've never used the mob cloner actually before. I guess that's probably pretty useful. What do you got on old Wayne? He hasn't got much at the moment. Let's one of the things I definitely want to do is this. I want to do test for at P. Can you do this? I wonder. If I do like radius equals 1, that might actually be better. And we'll make it a repeating, always active. I'm just curious, like, is this is what I think happens, but again, I'm not really sure. No, it doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, it does. I thought that might work. I'm happy that's worked. Okay. It doesn't light it up though, right? Does it? Is it not? It doesn't come out anywhere. I wonder like how you can emit a redstone signal for this. Like, can't I do another block? Here's the thing. There's something weird about this that I don't quite understand. I just want to check that this command actually works. I may have done it wrong. What is the what is the name of the thing? That, right? Right. Okay, good. So we want this to be impulse, conditional needs redstone. So I'm just wondering like how that might work. Can you do something like this? You see, it doesn't trigger a redstone signal. That's the problem. I've never quite understood how to do this. Alright, Zagim. I don't suppose you know how to do this, do you? When there's a player here, how do you do this? How do you get it to work like this? Do you know? Because the thing is like this. Do I need to do one of the, I think I might need to do one of those. Because you see, I'd love to be able to do something like this, right? Or even like this. Just. Maybe it needs a comparator. That's good to know, dude. Ah, okay. Okay, I worked it out. Don't worry, everything's fine. I worked it out. Okay, so look. Yeah, I know. That's fair enough. Not all of you guys are. Okay, so now, right, this is how it works. Test for a player within very close. And then we can place a block there, right? So let's see, it should work now. There we go, it worked. See? So watch. Perfect. Okay, that's worked perfectly then. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now, and so what you can do, of course, you can put anything in here, right? So you could put like so watch. Go near here. Where have I gone? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did that wrong. I don't actually know where I am. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to do it like that. What is equals 1 for? This is test for any players. You see, P is, and this bit, it means that you have to be in a radius of 1. So you see, the radius is 1 away, right? So this is the only place where it's 1 away. So that now I'm 1, 2, 3 away. That 1. So I'm 3 away now, right? 3. Now I'm 2 away. And the radius is 1. So now I'm 1 away. And it's still done something wrong. But it does do something, but I just... Why is it happening? TP at P. Oh, it's because I didn't save it. There we go. Let's try this again. There you go, look. So basically every time I go near to the block, you see if I move away, it won't keep on doing that to me. So it means you can do all sorts of weird stuff, right? So yeah, did you ever see the other thing I did, Zagim? This is currently what I'm working at. You might find interesting. That's going to be useful to do that. But where's the one that I'm actually... it's New World 2, I think. This is like my main thing here. Basically, we're going to try and use that we're going to teleport the NPC, and then we're going to try and get the camera to follow it. This is going to be very difficult. So look what happens on this. This is pretty cool. This is something I did even more. Are you ready? So we hit that one, and then we hit this. Look what happens when you do this. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? That's pretty cool. There's no, can't deny it. The most viewed video I have has got 33,000 views. I'll show you. I can even just go to it because it's got so many views. So I don't need to. Sometimes I don't like to go to ones which is like got too many views, but I don't like to go to ones with lesser views because it's just me giving it. This is my biggest video of all time. You want to see it? I made it in December 2016. It's got 33,660 views. It's not bad. It's my biggest one. Not bad. I got the thing is, I got lots of comments just being idiots. But when I get lots of views, if you look at the comments, right, these two guys, I specifically chose them because their comments were so good. Like, the first one goes, "Thanks for the video, was super helpful," and the second guy goes, "Just the vid I needed to see." But you see all the other comments. I've had loads of comments, right? But most of the comments are just just people being idiots. Well, the thing about this is that this is all about... I'm kind of finishing it, but what was I doing here? basically the way it's going to work is that we're going to, well, not quite 3 years. I'll show you one with more recently. My biggest view. This is more recent. This one. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure this guy's. I don't know when I made this one. I'd say the recent one that's got a decent amount of views is this one. sorry about that. This I even did a little I did some artwork for it. This is November 28th. This is about 6 months old. This one, it's got 11,520. Well, sometimes you get comments where people just I don't know. I don't always like agree with the way the comments are. This one's got 11,000 views though. Well, yeah, when you run a YouTube channel, you have to. You see, this one, these people, they were more. You have to like this one. If you look at the comments, they're a bit more nerdy people. One of them's got a parrot. I'm not sure what. It's like you can see there's different people, but you have to just. I just like to get like the best people with the comments. No, it's fine. To be honest, I don't mind. You know, it's good to be chatty. You know, I should be. To be honest, I'm at a bit of a point here where I'm a bit stuck anyway. And most of the time for this stuff, I'll just do it off camera anyway, because it's more complicated. But this is another thing that's important to notice as well. I've already done a lot of stuff. Like, it's important for me to remember this stuff because eventually I'm going to have to make a map as well. And when you make a map, it's very difficult. So you have to know that you have to. These are all little things I'm learning for the big map. But anyway, okay. Let's start doing some stuff with the cameras then. What we got at the moment? Okay, so we've got our cameras. Now I would like to be able to use this feature in the camera because this is really cool. This is called the camera roll feature. If you look at that, basically you can roll the camera and look, I can walk around. It's really weird because I'm walking around like sideways. So if I look down, well, it's just super difficult. It's like a weird angle. Like, it's pretty easy just to have it like at like 20, because this way you can still move around. But if you think about it, like the way you see the world when you see it at this angle, it's kind of strange. It's also quite a kind of cinematic as well, if you think about it. I don't know. It's probably like a bit. It's not. I don't know. Let's reset that anyway. Okay, so what we want to do, right, is we want to we want to do something like this here. You know what I'm curious to see actually is this. Let's remove this profile. Is it dizzy for you? Okay. Well, I don't mean for it to be dizzy, but I guess if it is, then sorry about that. Okay. I don't even remember what number. We're probably not on this number, but okay. So what we do for this is we do a camera, and when you do cameras, you have to do different types. You can have a camera in one place. So we do a camera, and this is designed to follow whatever Wayne does. So this means and you see when I typed in Wayne, we're now at Wayne's position. So look, can you see we're at the position here. So here's Wayne over here. And here's the thing, right? If we go into flight mode now, you can see I actually reset the camera angle there. That was interesting. But basically I can choose where I want to be. And we're always looking at, well, not always looking, but basically we'll follow wherever Wayne goes, right? So say Wayne is going to go over that way, right? Okay, we'll pretend that Wayne's going to go over that way. So we'll put, probably it's best to have him right in the center. And then like a little bit lower, like there, right? Okay, let's make sure we got our... Okay, so now what we have to do is we need to make sure that Wayne can walk a little bit. So we'll make Wayne walk a little bit here. So we'll just move him a little bit. Okay, so this scene, right, is called H1. So this is what I've called the scene, H1. I don't know why, I just did. That's right. That's exactly the plan, Zigim. That's really... You know what? I'll tell you what my... because basically what I eventually want to do is I want to be a director, and I want to include... Like, for instance, you may not... This example may be lost on you, I don't know. But for instance, there's a YouTuber, very famous YouTuber. Because you're younger, you might not understand what I'm saying here. But there's a famous YouTuber called Trisha Paytas, right? And what Trisha does is she often goes to fast food restaurants and she asks for food, right? So what I could do is I could put a little clip of her saying, "Hi, can I get a Big Mac?" I could put it into one of these NPCs, and then your quest could be to get the Big Mac for Trisha. And then when you get it and you give it to her in the Minecraft, she'll then say, "Thank you very much," or whatever, "Thanks." So that's just an example. You could do quests, but you could use audio clips from real life YouTubers. So there you go. So that's almost the plan, but we'll see. Now, so what we do then, if we can look at what the scene is, right? So the scene, we go to this, we go Nopez, that's just the bloke's name. You go scene, and then you go to start H1. So you see, he then follows along. So that's the path I just wrote for him. And if you wanted, and then if you wanted to do it again, you go to reset H1 and start H1. You see, he just do it again. Okay. And then, right, so if we go to reset and then start, I can, but I find it quite, to be honest, it's quite difficult. I'm trying to learn it, but it's hard to learn it because no one has made any tutorials about it. Also, I've done something wrong with it. I shouldn't have messed around with the camera roll. I don't really, because the thing, I only found out about all these commands yesterday, and this is going to be like a whole new thing, which I didn't realize existed. This is way more complicated. So we're going to have to do like a lot of practice with this before I even understand what's going on here. But basically, I want to do something like this setup, because I'll tell you something interesting, right? I don't know if you'll find this interesting, but maybe you will. I wish it wouldn't keep resetting the camera like that. Why is that happening? Isn't that weird that the camera keeps on resetting? Oh, I did know. You're the only one watching. Stream Y name. Watching your stream Y name. Not sure what you mean there, dude. Yeah, I don't know why it's like not. It's done something wrong with the camera roll position. Maybe if I sync it here, it will help. No. For some reason, it's saving it. It's like there's so many quirks about this mod that I don't quite understand. Okay, so what we need to do then, look, if we take, we're going to have to just deal with that for now. It doesn't really matter. So one thing you'll notice, and this is something which doesn't happen with the camera mod, if we then go at like 7 seconds to 300, so this is outside the chunk loaded area, right? what you'll see is that the interesting things start to happen, right? And this is very important if you're going to make a map where you have to go into a lot of different places. Basically, he travels along, right? He teleports. And the thing is, right, he has actually gone there. I didn't realise that. But you see, if I now go there... Yeah, I can tell you've changed in that. I can tell it looks the same. Yeah, Zigim and Migs. I can see it's the same, but backwards. That's cool, man. So you see, if I actually go there now, he's going to be standing right there. Watch. See, he's right there. So basically, what that tells you is that this guy is going to actually chunk load the area, right? So even though this spot that I'm standing at is not chunk loaded, it's actually difficult to get him back at this point. So the best way to do that is just get to remove this. I think you can... I think I might be able to restart him, but... I don't know. You always have to reset and then do a scene start. So he's gone now. Oh yeah, I really played Minecraft. I'm not like most people who played Minecraft. I really am into Minecraft a lot. Like, I want to make cool stories with it. Not like the way that people... You've got to realise a lot of people that play Minecraft are like... They're not cool people. They're kind of lame people. So what I want to do is try to make it so that Minecraft becomes like more popular, rather than just being all like lame people. Because always, since the beginning of Minecraft, it's just basically lame people. So I want to improve that if I can. Okay. It's basically people that just want to just make it into like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, which is I don't like any of that stuff. All right, so what we need to do then is somehow this is where it gets tricky now. So we're going to do this again, right? But we need to do it so that it follows the camera. I wish that wasn't happening. Let me just see if I can get out of that. If it reloads it, I think I might be able to get out of it. Sometimes reloading the thing will work. We'll see though if it does this time. Yeah, that's what I want to do the roleplay stuff, yeah. It's difficult to do though. If you like that sort of thing, there is I tell you who I've been the thing is the roleplay stuff is mainly done more by women. For instance, there's this woman called... This is something you may like. She does quite good tutorials about this sort of stuff as well. I was watching some of them. But there's all sorts of different like people you may like that are similar to this. But anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, so we need to do... This is it's just difficult to do some of this if you're not that good at all this stuff. Okay. Yeah. You can just... She's a YouTuber. She's got about 17,000 subscribers. She does roleplay stuff that is... It's not really like my stuff. I don't want my stuff to be like her stuff at all. Her stuff is more like anime stuff. I'm not really into the anime stuff. But it's that sort of thing, if you see what I mean. I mean, at least there's storytelling. I feel like I could probably tell better stories, but that's just... I don't know. It's not a competition anyway, who tells best stories. But anyway, it's just getting it to work is the most... To be honest, the thing is, it's not even that. It's like, if you can get it to work... That's really the tough part. It's not about the storytelling. Storytelling has never been really a problem for a lot of people. I mean, I don't find it difficult to tell stories, but getting command blocks to work... Yeah, it's more that Yeah, most of the roleplay stuff is a bit like that anime style. For me, like it would be like what I showed you there, like going, like more. It's what they call in films. They call it like slice of life. It's just like just normal stuff. Not none of this like their stuff is like you're a hero, you're a robot, you're a whatever you are. Oh, you got magical powers. Okay, but anyway, is this fixed now? Okay, so we need to do a flight mode. Sometimes I've had problems with this bit as well. We're going to try to. It's something wrong with the roll again. I wish I'd never changed that now. Anyway, I think we're going to end the stream now. Only a short one. I need to practice more. Try and get better. Thanks for coming along though, Zagim. I appreciate it, and I will be back. I stream every day doing different stuff. Thanks anyway, and goodbye.